Welcome back to the discussion and thank you for always joining us. We are presenting a question that was done in K.c.s.e 2014 paper 1 question number 21, a question on area approximation. We approximate area using trapezium rule. We have mid-ordinate rule and also by integration. The first part of the question reads, complete the table below for the function y is equal to x squared minus 3x plus 6 in the range between x is equals to -2 and x is equals to +8. When the value of x is -2, then y is going to be equal to +16. And if x is -1, then the value of y will be equal to +10. That is when you fix or replace the value of x in the main function, which is y is equals to x squared minus 3x plus 6. When x is 0, the value of y will be +6. When x is +1, then y will be +4. When it is 2, y will be +4. And if x is 3 positive, the value of y will be 6. When x is +4, y will be 10. And when x is +5, y is going to be 16. When x is +6, y would be 24. And when x is +7, y would be 34. And lastly, when x is 8, then the value of y would be 46. Once we have done that, we are through with part A of this question, which carries 2 marks. We go to part B, where we are supposed to use trapezium rule with 10 strips to estimate the area bounded by the curve, the lines x is equals to -2 and x is equals to +8, and the x-axis. So using trapezium rule, we know that area is given by half you multiply by the height into sum of the ends plus twice sum of the middles. That is to say, we are going to take the first y to be y0, then we have y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, y6, y7, y8, y9, and lastly we have y10. From here we know that area would be equal to half multiplied by the h into, we have the sum of the ends, which is y0 plus y10, then plus twice the sum of y1 all the way to y, that is plus y1 all the way to y9. In this case, the first thing I'm going to work out is the height. And for us to get the height, we are going to take the maximum value of x, which is 8, minus the minimum value of x, which is -2. You divide by the number of strips mentioned. In this case, the strips are 10, meaning 8 minus -2 will give us 10 over 10, which is 1. We proceed by getting now the area by taking half times 1 into the sum of the ends. y0 is 16 and y10 is 46, plus twice into y1 is 10, y2 is 6, y3 is 4, y4 is 4, y5 will give us 6, y6 will be 10, next is y7, which is 16, Next we are going to have 24, and lastly we have 34. At this point, we are going to have half of 1 is simply half, into we are going to have 16 plus 46, giving us 62, plus twice into the sum of the middles, that is from 10 all the way to 34. This one is going to give us 114. And if you work out this question well, it will give you an answer equivalent to 145 square units. We move to part C of the question, and in part C we are told, using the mid-ordinate rule with 5 strips to estimate the area bounded by the curve. Using mid-ordinate rule, we know area is given by, we are going to take the height, we multiply by the sum of the middles. I'm going to pick the middle here, which is y1, plus the next we are going to take y3. We don't need to draw another table. The next one I'm going to take y5. The next one I'm going to take y7. And lastly, I'm going to take y9. In this case, this becomes our middles. To get the height, we are simply going to take the maximum value of x minus the minimum value, which is -2, divided by the number of strips. And in this case, we have 5 strips. That means we are going to have 10 divided by 5, which is going to give us a height of 2. The now area will be equal to the height, which is 2, into the sum of the middles. That is, for y1 we have 10, plus for y2, y3 we are going to have 4. Next is y5, and y5 from the question we have is 6, plus next we are going to have y7. y7 is 16. Next we are going to have y9, and y9 is going to be equal to 34. That means our area will be twice into 10 plus 4 plus 6 plus 16 plus 34 will give us 70. And if you take 70, you multiply by 2, this one is going to give us 140 square units as the area by mid-ordinate. Then now we go to D, and in part D, we are supposed to find the area by integration. So area will be obtained by integrating the given function. The limits are between h and -2. Again, now what we are going to do, we are going to integrate x squared minus 3x plus 6, and we are going to integrate the function y in respect to x. In this case now, area will be equal to, when you integrate x squared, you simply add 1 to the power, you get x cubed, you divide by the total new power, which is 3, minus, this is 3, x is raised to power 1, you simply add 1 to the power so that we get x squared, you divide by the total new power, which is 2, then plus 6, you integrate by adding x, and from here now we can insert the limits, that is h -2. We do not need to introduce c because c will disappear at some point. Now we are going to substitute. The maximum value of x is 8. We cube, we divide by 3. minus 3 times x, which is 8, we square, we divide by 2, plus 6 into the value of x, which is 8, minus the minimum value of x is negative 2, we cube, we divide by 3, then minus 3 times x, which is negative 2, we square, we divide by 2, then plus 6, you multiply x, which is negative 2, and the first bracket is going to give us 122, and 2/3 minus minus, which is a plus, of 20 and 2/3, and if you sum up the two, we are going to get an answer equivalent to 143 and a third square units as the answer to this particular question. Thank you for watching and welcome to our discussions. And in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, you click the subscribe button so that anytime we publish a video like this, you will automatically be given a notification. Thank you and welcome.